Today we're at the Italian Festival here at Colorado Central Station in Blackhawk. We look at how a local casino operates, holds festivals, and parks people in a city where there's no parking. Jan Scott, tonight we revisit Blackhawk and we look at a festival for Italian Americans. Ed Stano, former New York City cop. It's John Gotti Day here at well, no, it's the Italian Festival Day. You ran into John Gotti, you know him, huh?
Yes, I was a homicide detective in New York for a couple of years, and we've had occasion to run across paths.
Run into him, just slam him up against the wall a few times. John,
he has a few friends around him a little bit bigger than I am.
How many slot machines do you have here?
We have approximately almost 700.
How often do you have to work on them?
It never stops. We've got two crews that work on them almost 24 hours a day.
Two crews? How many people?
We've got 5 techs and a lead.
Dave Zorn's general manager here at Colorado Central Station. Italian Festival today.
Yeah, Jan. We only get our Italian Festival where we got all of our invited guests up here today. We got an Italian barbecue with a special Italian sausage. We got Italian dancers. We got Italian music. Everything's Italian today.
Did you invite John Gotti?
You know,
Florence.
we sent him his invitation, but I haven't seen him arrive yet. You know.
Hey, no. So that woman that we saw singing earlier, you'll see her in just a couple seconds. She looks like somebody who would have sang with Frank and the boys in Las Vegas.
I'm sure I saw her down there about 40 years ago.
Oh, Mama, won't you get that man for me? Oh, Mama, I'm so happy as can be. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Now if I'm gonna marry, it's a butcher boy for me. Hank, here you go. Are you the butcher boy, Hank? Whoa, sounds good.
It's John Gotti Day here at Colorado Central Station. It's the Italian Festival. Yes, it is.
Lovely daughter.
It's okay. Because there's nowhere to park, and we're the first casino as you come into Blackhawk.
Yeah.
Take a left, with lots right here. We got 700 parking spaces. We just added 300 new ones.
700. So what do most of the casinos have?
Oh, are you kidding?
What? They don't, none?
Some of them have none.
This is, of course, this is a casino town carved into a mountain, so it's pretty. Yeah, I got that one right. Yeah.
Never.
Not fill out your ticket, right? Yeah.
Never hot rod cars. We make sure that, I have to watch what they do in the cars. Never go through a customer's car, stuff like that.
Never do anything like that.
You know what I wanted to do?
Basically just park the car here and in Upper Blackhawk. And in Upper Blackhawk.
Walt Rabin is a slot technician. Why a slot technician? Why do you need slot technicians in a casino?
There's a lot of electronics, light bulbs, AC/DC circuits that have to be worked on almost constantly. Machines take a lot of abuse, various coin in, coin out problems constantly all day.
Oh, you work on them a lot. So
Yes, sir.
how many slot machines do you have here?
We have approximately almost 700.
How often do you have to work on them?
It never stops. We've got 2 crews that work on them almost 24 hours a day.
2 crews? How many people?
We've got 5 techs and a lead.
You have what now? 5 techs?
5 slot technicians and 1 lead technician. And also supervisor that also is a hands-on person.
Okay. So, and what happens to machines that you have to work on? What are some of the things that go wrong?
Well, they can either all the way as simple as a coin jam, where people are putting coins in and they'll 2 at a time will go in and they'll get stuck.
Yeah.
Or when somebody wins, coin. All that type of thing.
Really?
They all somehow end up going in the slot, and they create a lot of problems for us.
Do people ever try to put like slugs in or anything like that?
Yes, sir, all the time. That
Really?
that ends up becoming a gaming violation issue type
Oh, really?
thing. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you want to show us some of the things that you
Gladly.
that you'd have to do to machines now?
Everything's got locks. You've got every person carries a set of keys to access, so people can't just randomly come up and open the game.
Okay.
There's your coin in handling area. Every machine has a comparator coin. You put that coin in, so the coins that you put in the slot are compared against this coin right here.
Yeah.
So it's comparing one against another.
Oh,
So
really?
that basically that's how the machine is screening everything that is going
You
down.
can actually
through.
read coins. Cool.
You can actually read different types of coins, and if every casino has different types of coins, you just basically you take out whatever type of coin, whether it's 25-cent, 50-cent piece, and you insert it, and then that is the type of game that you now have. So it'll screen that coin against the others.
Okay.
And also the size of the slot also designates what type of coin the machine is. So, and there's also some programming things involved, so the machine knows that say it's $1 or a quarter or that type of thing. So that's your coin in handling area. Your hopper is your coin out handling area. These hoppers are filled with bags of money. When somebody hits for a large jackpot, the machine knows how much it's going to pay, and it starts to drop them out to the bottom.
Now, does that one have money in it right now?
It's down to where it's almost needing to be filled again.
Okay.
They fill these with various amounts of bags of money, just depending on what type of game and how big the hopper is. We have the extremely large hoppers on our game, so they don't have to be filled as often.
How do you know when to fill one?
The machine will have self-diagnostics in it, so that if a coin is not paid out in a certain window, time frame, it knows that it's empty, and it'll start a light flashing on the top here. That's our candles that either designate you're either in the game with one single flash, or a top flash will indicate that there's a problem with the game, as in empty hopper, a tilt, you name it. These are the real strips. They're all read by an optic, so microprocessor knows via some optics that are on the inside of the reel here what combination it wants to deliver.
That just turned. Why did it turn?
Because I basically tilted it by messing with one of the reels here. So it just basically senses that, and it comes back to where it was before. So the microprocessor always knows where these symbols are. It's not a random type thing. It knows exactly, not like the old clunk machines where they just kind of spin until they slowed down and slammed into place. This is really basically a computer driven reel system here.
I see, yeah. So the old style. Do they ever use the old style anymore or no?
No, sir, absolutely not.
Are they illegal or?
They're just not reliable enough for these high pay type games that we have now to be put into use anymore. The old type games did not pay these really high dollar amounts like these are capable of paying these days. So they're pretty much foolproof.
So what's a general manager do?
Well, I'm in charge for the entire place, from the food and beverage to the parking to the slot machines.
Now, and this is a big company. I mean, you're what's the name of the corporation?
Yeah, we're actually part of Anchor Gaming, who's traded on the NASDAQ, the #1 gaming stock this week.
#1 gaming stock this week? How do you mean?
It's a fast-moving gaming stock. Our stock has gone up from the 20s to in the 50s in the last few weeks.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Really? Where are you out of now?
Our home office is in Las Vegas. It's called Anchor Gaming. It's traded under SLOT.
Okay. And what else do you guys own?
Well, besides the casinos, we manufacture slot machines like these clear winners right here behind us. We've got these in casinos all over the world, actually.
These are yours? You make them, you mean?
Actually, the machine itself is made by another company, and then we do special things to it. Like this is a standard slot machine that we put all clear glass on so you can see all the insides.
So you're the only ones that make clear?
We're the only ones that do this to this machine, yes. And we've got quite a few other specialty machines. And then our company also has a slot route operation in Nevada where they've got slot machines in all the food stores.
You own other casinos too?
We got a casino in Cripple Creek, the Colorado Grand.
Oh, the Colorado Grand, that one's yours. Okay.
Yeah.
And then do you have any in Las Vegas?
No casinos in Las Vegas, but we're looking at quite a few new places for casinos. Poetry Town.
I know some girls in Elko. Oh, never mind. We're not going to talk about that. A lot of casinos here in Blackhawk, Cripple Creek, and Central City claim to have the loosest slots. I'm sure if I ask you, you're going to tell me you have the loosest slots. So what's the story? What's the story in percentage of payouts from machines, and how can a person who gambles know, if they're in a good casino or not?
Well, the only way a customer can know for sure is on a poker machine. Because on a poker machine, your odds are determined by the pay schedule that's actually on the glass. A slot machine, you can't really tell. It could be one of 2 or 3 different programs. When you get a higher denomination machine, $1 or $5 machine, they are going to be looser than a nickel machine.
Well, then what kind of casino is a good casino to go in? How do I know that if I'm in Colorado Central Station that, my chances are better winning here than they are at, Harvey's or some other place?
Well, Scott, Jann, we actually talked about this last time a little bit.
Yeah.
A busier casino can... I could, but will I? No.
I'd have to get it. Oh.
Yeah, you're going to have to take my word for it. I mean, our slot machine... There's 600 people in here.
Thursday afternoon. I came here Thursday afternoon. Figured it'd be nice and quiet. But if you try to come here on the weekends, a lot of people in here. It's the same deal as it might as well be Saturday. For Zach, my editor.
Casinos, and we do pay out a lot of jackpots.
Okay, let's talk about that. How much money do you pay out in jackpots here at Colorado Central Station?
Let's just say it's safe to say we paid out more than any 2 casinos combined last year.
Now, last time I was here, you told me you paid out like $650 million or something.
$850-some million we paid out last year.
Okay. And what is your annual gross? How much do you gross annually?
Well, I think that's something I probably can't tell you there, Jann.
You cannot tell me?
No.
Because it's a corporate secret, or this is where I bear down on...
Yeah, I know. He tries this every time, but anybody that's invested in our stock can probably find a lot of information out and see that we do fairly well.
Yeah, so that's a lot of money. If you pay out $800... This is a big business. So if you're paying out $850 million...
I can see your mind working. But for an example, in the last 4 weeks, we paid out 3 $50,000 jackpots.
3 $50,000 jackpots?
In less than a month's time. So we give a lot of money back.
Okay, what happens when you win a jackpot? Can you take us through the process?
Well, you win a jackpot.
I win a jackpot. I'm on one of these machines, and what happens?
Well, probably the main thing you need to know that if you win a jackpot more than $1,200, Uncle Sam's going to get his fingers into it. So we need your identification. We got to fill out forms, and then we'll give you either a check or cash, whichever you want.
Right then and there?
And you can walk away with the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to take care of the taxes.
Okay. So if I win $50,000, you give me $50,000 in cash?
We'll give you $50,000 in cash if that's what you want.
Have people asked for that?
We usually try to talk them into taking a check just so they don't have to worry about that much money.
Put it in the bank, something like that.
Exactly.
Okay, cars. You give away cars up here. Last time I was here, you had given away like 27 or 28 cars.
You got a pretty good memory. We're up to about 44 cars now that we've given away since we've been machine. So it's about 1 a month almost.
A car a month. Do people like they take the car, drive it right out of here, or how does that work?
Well, we let them get the car about 2 days later. We take it down to the dealership and have it all ready for them.
They prep the car down there?
But they actually take the car that they won.
What are you giving away, Geos?
No, this week we actually got a brand new little Chrysler Sebring convertible in there.
Chrysler Sebring, that's with the fund shift.
Plus $5,000 in cash. We're going to help pay some of those taxes.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you don't want to have somebody win the car and then they can't pay the taxes.
Exactly.
I see. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. Well, that makes sense. Okay, good, yeah. Ed Stanos, Director of Security here at Colorado Central Station, a former New York City homicide detective. What are some of the things that you see here in a casino, Ed, where people try to cheat?
Well, typically what will happen is some people, unfortunately, are not as familiar with the operation of the slot machines. Invariably, they'll be playing for credits on the machine, and they're not going to realize that they're playing for credits.
Yeah.
Where they're typically looking for cash to drop down into the tray. Unfortunately, they see that there's no money in the tray. They'll may get up. Someone may be watching them. Someone who's not typically a customer we like to have here, who will see credits on the machine. The person will get up, walk away from the machine.
Now, what if I walk over, I sit down at the machine, and there are credits on here, and I go, whoa, there's 150 credits, and I...
Employee of the company.
See, I didn't know that. I would have done that. That would have been...
Unfortunately, a lot of people feel the same way, but Division of Gaming highly frowns upon that.
Okay,
It's considered it is illegal.
What happens to you if you get caught?
You're charged with claiming.
What if I say, hey, but I didn't know?
Gaming doesn't look at it as I don't know. That doesn't count.
Ignorance of the law is no defense. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, I've heard that before. Okay. Now, what are some of the other things people do? Try to do.
There's typical games on cards. Some people, unfortunately, think that they can able to circumvent the safety features of the machine. They'll try and slip in a metal bar or metal thin type ruler to try and go through the coin acceptor and try to rig the machine like that. They've used electric wands trying to use a light fiber optic to go through the machine.
Do you catch them?
Yes, we do.
Do you catch everybody?
I like to think we do.
Now, what about the guy that sits down at the credit? Can you pretty much know that there's a credit on
Hey, we have the casino's under 24-hour surveillance. Every inch of this casino is under camera. There isn't a thing or a place in this casino that isn't covered that we can visually check to see what's going on.
So this is a very big casino, one of the biggest up here in Blackhawk Central City. Your chances of getting caught here are probably far greater than a smaller casino if you're a professional cheat.
Well, I like to think everybody in town is professional and all the security is top-notch. I'd like to say, though, if anybody comes in here and cheats, they will be caught.
It's a mistake to try to cheat in Colorado Central Station because we're going to look at their security system in a few minutes. It's something straight out of, the year 2000, yeah?
Absolutely. We like to finesse them.
Yeah.
I like to walk up, tap them on the shoulder, make sure I'm not going to get hurt. And basically whisper in the person's ear, excuse me, sir, but you're going to be coming with me, and it's usually how come, why, what did I do? And I said, I'll explain that to you off to the floor. There just seems to be a little problem here, a little misconception. Maybe there's a misunderstanding. Then I'll get them off the floor.
Do they ever try to get physical with you?
Generally not.
Not with you two.
4 years in here, and nobody's ever gotten physical. They've gotten, threatening in their nature and everything else, but once I convinced them that I don't play those games, they went along peacefully. So, and we've been real lucky with that. I mean, I think we have a good reputation up in the gaming community, and the fact that we want people to come in here and have fun, but we're not here to put up with a lot of baloney from people.
Jim, of course, has his black shirt on today for Italian Day.
I'm playing the Mafia today, so.
Anything does come up.
Look at these guys. Would you want to turn around, face the camera? Would you want to try to steal from these two? Look at this guy. I don't think so. Where are we? What are we doing now?
Right now we're in the surveillance room, which is I really don't on the air as to where the surveillance room is located, but it's located in the back areas of the casino. If someone alerted to us to a particular problem, saying that this woman may be doing something to the machine, maybe slipping money in, or she's about to claim that she won a jackpot that she didn't win. We can go back, we can go zoom in on the particular machine, look at the activity that's at the machine, see if she did put money in, if she tried to put something in the coin acceptor, or if she actually hit the jackpot, and we'll be able to determine that. We also have the ability to play back. Everything that's on the screen is on playback.
What are some? Now here's a table here.
This area here is the cage areas. This is where all the trans on the table. You can see what's going on. You can look for your rail thief who might be stealing chips from another customer. You can watch people that may try and palm a card and stick it underneath the rail, because they do have the ability to slide things underneath it, which would be the same thing that you would look for on your poker table.
It's pretty easy to do.
If you're not watching and you don't have security around, you don't have sharp dealers You it is easy.
You
It
get people
would
on
be easy
the
to do.
you get people on the floor.
Oh yeah, we have people, numerous officers on the floor. Surveillance is going all the time. There's always officers.
Machine has a coin comparator.
Officers, you call them officers.
Yeah, the people in work in security for this casino considered security officers. They're not guards. They're not untrained.
Yeah.
These are highly trained individuals. More than half of them have ex-law enforcement experience. The rest of them have either prior military or military police experience, or have come from other casinos with.
Can we put you on television? Are you Italian?
Yeah, my name's Vito.
Hey Vito, how you doing? So, what's the food like here? Tell us the truth. Don't lie.
It's the best I've ever ate. It's real good.
All right.
And we came all the way from Aurora up here to have it.
Vito from Aurora. Okay.
This is my daughter.
You want to be on television? How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Jan Scott, Star of Radio and TV. Vito and his daughter, Barbara. Good. We're gonna come over and sit with these guys and eat in a little bit.
Oh, I'll be over there.
Okay. We'll see you later.
Thank
You're
you.
from Brooklyn, right? Are you from Brooklyn?
How do you know?
I could tell.
I was born out
Hey,
Dodger
because-
fan for 50 years.
Is that right? Hey, do you know John Gotti?
Huh?
You know John Gotti? No. I mean, he's in Florence. You know, never mind. He's not from Brooklyn. He was from Manhattan.
I'm from Palermo.
You're from Palermo?
Yeah.
Really?
Lucky we got one. We just had what they call a code 13. That means it's a jackpot payout over $1,200. So right now we're going to go up to the machine, verify it, and pay out a customer over $1,200.
And that takes everybody now, huh? Shift manager, you. Yeah.
Because the jackpot is of such large nature, we're going to have more than 2 people performing the transaction. It's actually going to take 4 of us.
Okay.
That's myself, a security officer, a shift manager, and a floor person.
Jackpot. How much did you win?
On this in here, I won $3,306.
Oh my God, 3,000. Yeah.
And on this one here, I won 680, but I'll bring it down to 600. Yeah, well, actually, that was before that, and then this in here was after.
No kidding. Isn't that so weird? You just win them just like that. That's back to back. Makes you think they're connected somehow.
They're not connected at all.
They're not connected at all, I know. Oh my God, so you just won how much money?
Roughly close to $4,000.
$4,000. Woo! All right. Is this your wife? Girlfriend?
Yeah, that's my wife.
His girlfriend. Oh, yeah.
That beautiful woman is my wife.
Because they're going to be taking the jackpot all in currency and it's over $3,000, we have to fill out what they call a Title 31 documentation. In addition to that, because it's over $1,200, it has to be recorded under a W2G winnings document, and that's what she's doing right now. She's producing all the paperwork necessary to complete the transaction. The whole process takes anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes depending on the size of the jackpot.
What's the biggest jackpot you've ever paid out?
Biggest jackpot we've ever paid out was roughly around $53,000. It was on our $5 progressive and it happened about a month ago.
Does it make you nervous when you start handling that kind of money, or you
Not at all.
shaky? Do they fall down and they go, oh my God, and then like that?
They get incredibly excited that they've won that kind of money. It's just amazing.
Well, that does it here on Jann Scott Tonight, live from Colorado Central Station. Our look at a gambling casino and the kinds of people who come here and the entire operation. Something that we've never done before. in this half hour. I hope it's been educational for you as much as it has been for me. See you next time. Being a cocktail waitress in a casino.
Oh, I would say probably customer service. Smile all the time.
Yeah.
Enjoy the people, the customers.
Uh-huh.
Make them happy, you know, get them drinks, make them feel comfortable, and make sure they're enjoying themselves.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, it's a good
And
time.
what are some of the things that you never ever do as a cocktail waitress?
Oh, don't ignore the people.
Okay.
Always make sure you bring their drink back, because they will remember if you forget them.
Yep.
So those are probably two of the main points.
Now, how do you remember?
I just write everything down. I have a little list here. I keep track of everything. Yeah.
Okay, that's
It's
good.
great.
Thanks. Thanks very much.
No problem.
Get her walk.